Hello and welcome to Witness. I'm Raghi Omar. It's a subject which still stirs extreme emotions, passion and argument. It is a scar in modern Turkish history which will not heal, and it still hangs over the country. The mass killing of Armenians by the Turkish state during the First World War is seen by many as the first genocide of the modern age. Up to 1 million people are believed to have died, but Turkey strenuously denies that charge of genocide. Survivors are now very old, so the memory of what took place is gradually fading. Filmmaker Ani King-Underwood's mother and aunt were among those who survived, eventually settling in London. After many years in exile in Britain, the two elderly sisters decided to return with a very simple goal: to try to find their large family house in Turkey. Their Armenian homecoming is both pilgrimage and a detective story. But above all, it's an Armenian take on an issue which divides Turks and Armenians to this day.
Oh, hello, you're welcome. How are you?
Love it. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Love it. Sirapi and Arpine, two Armenian sisters, live in North London. They are a long way away from their family home in Turkey. Sirapi is my mother. They have pictures and diaries from the period before their family was forced to flee Turkey and never return.
They were married in 1920 in Mersin. And then their eldest daughter, me, I was born in 1921. This is Arpini.
It's me. I was born in...
Why they didn't write...
Must be.
Yeah, in 1923 she is born.
August.
For my mother Sirapi, who's 87, and Aunt Arpine, who's 84, time is a commodity in short supply. And they have finally decided to make a trip to Turkey to find their family home.
My father, my mother.
This is me.
Visiting the home of their mother, Ashalus Zelveyan, is taking the form of a pilgrimage.
And this is my mother.
My grandmother was the daughter of a wealthy merchant family in Mersin. They socialized with all the well-known families of the area. These pictures and the jewelry and the clothes they are wearing testify to a very privileged lifestyle.
And here all are golden.
Because they were very, very rich people.
Something that came to an abrupt end when the Armenian genocide started in 1915. Among those who were killed was my grandfather's extended family in Urfa when he was just 14.
All the family, from how many people, they survived only 3 persons from that family.
They have looked at these old pictures so often over the years, but there's one thing they can't find. There's not one picture of the big stone house that my grandmother so often described for them.
My mother was telling that when they built the house from Italy, they bring marbles from Italy.
The marbles and the stairs, because always she was talking about the stairs. That was very special.
Yeah.
The stairs she was talking about.
My dream is to go to Mersin and to see my mother's house.
But there are very few clues. It's going to take some serious detective work.
It must be here somewhere. This is Mersin, where I am born. This is Mersin.
Where is Istanbul?
Istanbul is here somewhere.
And Istanbul is our first stop. In the 19th and early 20th century, under the Ottoman Empire, this city was an important spiritual and cultural center for the Armenians. It is in this city that on April 24, 1915, over 300 Armenian intellectuals were rounded up and taken to their deaths, marking the beginning of the genocide. This is still a huge issue in modern-day Turkey. Our arrival in Istanbul coincides with the first anniversary commemorations of the killing of the Armenian journalist Hrant Dink by a nationalist Turk. He was shot on the pavement outside his office in broad daylight. People have come in their thousands. This outpouring of anger at the killing of an Armenian is new in Turkey. Armenians of the diaspora believe that the killings of 1915 was part of a genocidal plan by the authorities. But consecutive Turkish governments have consistently denied this. This is the continuing source of animosity between the two peoples. At the rally, the sisters have their first chance to meet an Armenian from Turkey.
My father was from Urfa. He used to tell lots of stories about what happened. Where are you from? My husband is from Adana too. They went to Alexandria. They had to leave that place too. When the French left, they went to Lebanon.
Things are changing, and this crowd is testimony that the animosity is thawing. But not without resistance. Hrant Dink was murdered only last year. Sirarpi and Arpine visit Ayşe, a Turkish friend of the family who used to live in London and has moved back to Istanbul.
Ermeni dostlarımızsınız ama ben kendimi hep
We were like one family. I didn't feel there was any difference, except that our names were different.
Bütün o silsile.
bir gün halledilecek ama ben göreceğim mi?
But it will be solved.
Ne zaman
Will I
hallolacak
see it? I don't know.
bilmiyorum
And
ama
when? I don't know.
tartışacaklar.
But if our links with the
Eğer
European
Avrupa
Union
Birliği'yle
continue,
ilişkilerimiz
I
devam
believe that
ederse,
that'll be a great help.
kesilmezse, oradan da yardım geleceğini zorlamalarında inanıyorum.
But it's better now than it's ever been.
zamankinden
Hrant's
çok daha
death
iyi.
brought the
Ama
Armenians and the
Hrant'ın
Turks
ölümü
together.
bence Türk
It
ve
shouldn't have been
Ermenileri
through
daha
death,
çok birleştirdi.
but people's attitudes have
O bir.
changed after
Ama
Hrant.
çok kötü. Ölümle olmamalıydı bu.
This is the Armenian church. Sirarpi and Arpine are hoping to find out about the church in Mersin and perhaps get hold of some family documents such as their parents' marriage certificate or Sirarpi's baptism papers. One of the priests told us that there is no Armenian church left in Mersin. No records have survived. It's not good news so far for the sisters' mission. We're on our way to Mersin. This is the first time Sirarpi has seen the city where she was born. She's already looking out for landmarks, any clues that will help in their search.
Is this the Ulu Mosque?
They yearn for their mother's presence.
I wish I could tell her that there are a lot of buildings around now. The one behind the mosque, it looks like the house. She never used to tell us that they were close to the beach, so it cannot be here.
In the evening, we meet up with Lina Nassif, an Arab Christian who has been recommended to us as the only person in Mersin with the local knowledge to track down my grandmother's house.
Zalveyan. I heard that surname.
Sirapi and Arpine tell her all they know and leave Lina to her search. Lina has told Sirapi and Arpine about a 93-year-old Armenian woman called Surpik. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery of their family home, the sisters go to visit her.
Sirarpi. Do you know about Zelveyan family?
Zelveyan, wealthy people. My mom used to say that they had a factory.
Surpik doesn't know more than this. When the sisters try and find out what life was like for Armenians in Mersin after their family left, the answer is not what they expected.
We had to be very good. We adapted. Why don't they forget it all? Genocide, genocide. They should forget it. I am Armenian, and I always will be, even if they kill me. Forget it. Grudge is not a good thing.
The sisters have heard from Lina that she's on the right track. Hopefully tomorrow she will have more news.
After the break, we see if the two sisters get closer to solving the mystery and finding their former family home.